Are you a parent concerned about how technology is affecting your child's development? Well, you're not alone. Since technology has infiltrated our day to day lives, sadly, children are no exception. Today's kids are just glued to the screens, and now we're all wondering if technology has destroyed childhood. So, we have a video for you today where we'll explore 10 ways technology may be doing just that. From online bullying to lack of physical activity. Let's discuss the pitfalls of technology use in children and provide tips for achieving a healthy balance. Firstly, we think it's just making them dumber. Okay, maybe that's a bit harsh, but we'll tell you how. So, yeah, the internet is informative and all that, but let's be real. It's also full of trashy and useless information. And when kids see other kids getting famous and making money for doing dumb things online, it creates a trend towards being catchy rather than classy. Next thing you know, everyone's talking in acronyms and saying things like Cash Me Outside, how about that? It's like a bad infection that starts with one kid and doing something dumb and suddenly everyone's doing it. So, what's the solution? Well, we can't stop kids to use the internet altogether, but we can encourage a healthy balance and make sure they're exposed to quality content and keep them involved in real life experiences. So, they don't get involved in screens too much. Another reason is that it makes them lonely. And no, not the cool kind of alone time, where you can binge watch your favorite shows on Netflix all day. In fact, it's making these kids spend more time on their devices than ever before and less time with actual human beings. Remember the good old days when you and your friends would run around outside, getting dirty and creating memories that you would cherish for the rest of your life? Yeah, those days are long gone. The children of today are busy playing games and scrolling through social media. And it's not just the kids, the parents are doing it too. Thirdly, it just makes them lazy. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a kid playing outside or hanging out at the park? Today, they're more likely to go inside stuck to a screen. And with everything from Google to Siri, kids don't even have to get up to find answers to their questions. And it's not just the lack of physical activity. It's also the lack of mental stimulation that comes with it. Kids aren't challenging themselves like they used to, and that's a real shame. And that leads to our fourth reason, which is that tech is responsible for obesity in kids as well. The real problem is that they're just sitting there tapping away and not really burning any calories. Unfortunately, this lack of activity is leading to some pretty serious health problems. In fact, did you know that childhood obesity has more than tripled since the 1970s? So now the fifth reason is online bullying. And it's one of the most concerning reasons why technology is so bad for kids. So much so that they've said in a recent study that 1 in 3 kids has been a victim of cyberbullying. And sadly, many kids don't even speak up about it because they're embarrassed or afraid of the consequences. But we think it's very important that parents and teachers take this issue seriously and they get an environment for kids to learn and grow. And now let's talk about the sixth reason, which is how it's ruining their sleep cycle. It's no secret that kids need a good night's sleep to function properly the next day. But with technology being so easily available, they just stay up late scrolling through social media or binge watching their favorite TV shows. And obviously, this leads to them feeling tired and unfocused during the day. And even scientifically, we also know how the blue light emitted by screens messes up with their natural sleep patterns. So, we think the best bet is to control screen time before bedtime. Next up is how unsupervised access to the internet contributes towards behavior issues with kids. With the internet being so readily available, kids can access almost anything at any time. And that includes things they shouldn't be looking at. They can stumble upon adult content or engage in dangerous online activities without their parents or guardians knowing. This can lead to behavior issues as they may become desensitized to inappropriate content or may start to adopt negative behaviors from online influences. The next reason is something that's both a good and a bad thing, and that's competitiveness. The internet has made it easier for kids to compete with one another in almost every aspect of their lives, from social media followers to video game rankings. The online world is all about who's on top. While this can be motivating and encourage a healthy competition, it can also lead to jealousy, anxiety, and even depression if the kids don't learn how to handle losing or not being the best. The pressure to perform can also cause kids to neglect other important aspects of their lives, like school or relationships. And now next up, we also think that it contributes to a lot of complexes in kids, like body image issues. We all know how social media and the internet in general are bombarding kids with images of what they should look like, which, by the way, is resulting in major self esteem issues. Kids are starting to feel bad about their color, their weight, their height, and everything else in between. And don't think it's only limited to girls either. Boys are also getting caught up in the mix. It's tough enough being a kid without the added pressure of feeling like you don't measure up to what you see online. And lastly, we think technology can be a creativity killer for kids. With so many distractions and entertainment readily available on screens, kids may not feel as inspired or motivated. We think it's extremely important for kids to have unstructured playtime and opportunities to explore their imagination. But technology can often get in the way of that. And these were our 10 reasons why technology may not be the best thing for kids. So, do you think the internet is ultimately good or bad for kids? Or if maybe you have some tips for parents to help with the negative effects of technology on their children's life, tell us in the comments below. If you like this video, please give us a big thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.